Doshiteru Yokoso YouTube, and welcome to battle number 3 of the Fall of the Samurai standalone expansion for Total War Shogun 2. Again today, unfortunately, another old map. This is Alpine Ridge, and today I'm playing against Panos. So after the last battle, I was very determined to win this fight. So let's take a look at my army. Today I've brought 3 Red Bear infantry standards. No upgrades or whatsoever, and then one of them actually I gave a reload skill increase, and that's because out of the bear infantry, these guys have the worst reload skill. So upping the reload skill sort of puts them on par with the white bears. 2 Yarikai and my general, so a pretty standard early game build here. Not much variety because I simply don't have the units. Now my opponent here looks like he picked the wrong side of Japan, and instead of getting the red bears, he got the white tiger force. And he does have some white bear infantry here, 2 of those, but it looks like he has chosen to sort of go with a little bit of quality and a lot of quantity. So a lot of white tiger forces and a lot of white bears here. So he's going to be trying to rush for the hill. And so am I, and this is a point that some people may not be aware of. You can use buildings for cover in this game. So I want to show you here what my opponent does. He does have an opening here. He brings his white bears up, and I am going to, I think, get shot at once and then realize and hide it. It sort of blocks the vision of his infantry, and they can't shoot at my guys simply because there's a building in between. So anyway, the positioning that my opponent has done here, it sort of got me, weird. And there we go. He shoots, he gets about 10 men, and then I move them right behind. That's a mistake on my part. I should have sort of microed them a little bit better. So you can see here that he sort of positioned his men awkwardly. I can't really put my men on the ridge. They won't really be getting much, so now I need to shift all my left flank over here at this position. And at the same time, I am trying to get around to maybe fire some, to get some charges at his guys, but they're lined up and ready for me. So not much really that I can do at this stage. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back, play it safe. Here's my general, still far away from the action. I will eventually bring him up. So I know that at this side of the fight, I do have the advantage over him. And also on this side of the fight, I also have the advantage over him, mainly because I have the hill position advantage. But even though my guys sort of have this little nice protective ridge, he manages to snipe some of my guys and bring me down to 133. So look what I'm going to do here. I noticed that he's moving his own white bears to this side, so I'm going to move my veteran red bear, who actually can outshoot these guys in terms of how fast they shoot. Because you can see the white bears have 40 reload, 45 accuracy. My guys have 45 reload and 40 accuracy. So I can fire faster. They're a little bit more accurate. Not really a big deal. But of course they're the same price. But if you look at the melee attack and melee defense, whites have 7.5 and reds have 8.6. So the whites and the blacks and the reds, it's sort of a question of who has better attack and who has better reload skill and actual musketry proficiency. The blacks have the best muskets, the worst melee. Whites are sitting in the middle, and the reds have the best melee but the worst musket proficiency. So I'm going to push my guys just a little bit forward here, trying to get in range. I don't really want to step into him and take a shot, but I know I really have to, because I want to start this engagement on this side. And there goes that first volley, and that hurt. But I need that to go off so I can use my cav. And you can see there goes the fight, and it's gonna start. I'm down at 112, and he's already down to 117. So it's definitely looking pretty good for me. On this side of the fight, we have the same range. On that side, I'm gonna now push my my red bears forward, and I'm gonna start unloading on this flank real quickly here. And there we go. My cav are going to start moving in, and you can see both of our units down to about the I'm 70s, and he's in the 80s. No, he's still in the 90s. Excuse me, but at this side you can see that I have totally decimated his white tiger force. They simply don't stand a chance. Very bad stats. So this flank for him is going to be a very weak one, and you can see here I'm going to use one of my cav to intercept his own, and I'm going to chase his general with the other one. And at the same time, I've got my own general here, and I'm gonna drop rally just to keep this one unit in the fight a little bit longer. And now this flank is pretty much held up, and I can focus on this side. So you can see he's clumping his units together, not really spreading them out, not the ideal way. And he's going to actually rush his white bears forward against my red bears uphill. He's going to get shot. He's going to take some shots point blank. He brings his units up, takes a shot point blank, and is going to now charge right at my units. Look at that. That guy was brave to the line. So 2 white bears are going to be fighting my red bear. I do have the aura, I think. No, I don't, but I do have a rally on them. And I am crumbling that other flank of my opponents. And you can see my cav did a great job in eliminating his general, eliminating his white bear, and now my general is going to shoot with his pistol at his unit. So I have won the fight on this flank. And now all that remains is I really need to keep this unit in the fight as long as I can. You can see that they've got, so far, 108 kills. It's going to beat the combined kills of these 2 units here. So now their melee is helping me out. I'm still shooting at these white tiger force units. And now with that, I think I will free up one of my guys and push uphill to try and help this one unit that is just starting to waver. So they sort of held up exactly, you know, it was almost like it was timed, you know. They held up exactly to the last minute. And now I'm going to clear the hill. You can see here now that some of his white tigers are actually coming back into the fight, but they're hurt, they're depleted, they don't have the morale because of the general, so it's really going to be an easy fight for me at this point. There goes the rest of his units. One of my cav units do come back, but I don't notice it because just it's at the edge of the fight, and I really don't need it at this point. All of his units are gone. I take some shots, and that's going to wrap up that battle. Pretty quick battle, pretty straightforward. Not very exciting, I guess, these early battles, but it does give you an idea of sort of which units are good to start out with. And I find that what CA did with the red bear, black bear, white bear sort of formula, I mean, it's interesting. It's going to allow for more variation in terms of veterancy. You know, people who value musket, you know, just straight up line battles are going to probably bring more black bears, and it's interesting to see how the game will pan out. Hopefully there aren't any hidden little exploitable things like there was at Shogun so many times. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed battle number 3. Remember to leave me a comment and a like. It keeps me motivated. It makes me warm and fuzzy on the inside. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.